Hi everyone, welcome to my channel Crochet for Baby. Thank you for watching and thank you for subscribing. In today's tutorial, I'm going to show you how to make this hat for adults. I made this hat for myself using the star stitch number 159. I will leave the tutorial up here for that stitch. For this hat, I used medium number 4 yarn. I used about 3 ounces, which is about 85 grams. You can wear this hat with the brim folded or just like this. It's very easy to make. You can also make it any size for any age. In the description box here below, I will leave information such as circumference and height for each age. Okay, so be sure to check that out. In another tutorial, I'm going to also make this hat for a baby, but I'm only going to make it in one color since it's very easy to make, so I'll show you how it's done. Okay, so without further ado, let's get started and thank you for watching. Okay, to begin, I'll be using this 5.5mm crochet hook and I'm going to be using this medium number 4 yarn. For those of you who ask, I'll be using Lion brand Wool Ease. This is a medium number 4 yarn in the color, let's see, Blush Heather, and we're also going to use Gray Heather. Okay, so we're going to make this hat in 2 colors. Okay, so to begin, I have 75 chains. This hat, I'm making it for myself, and what I did is I measured this chain around my head. I made sure that it wasn't too tight or too loose, and based on that, I'm going to make my brim. You can do the same. You can do this hat for any size and for any age. The only thing that you have to make sure is that your chain ends in an odd number of chains. For example, your chain needs to end in either 1, 3, 5, 7, or 9. Okay, so to begin, I have 75 chains like I said, and we're going to join to the first chain. So I'm going to make sure that my chain is not twisted. Just like this. Okay, and then I'm going to join to the front of the first chain right here. Okay, and then I'm going to make a slip stitch. Now, to make this hat, you can use any brim. This is the style of brim that I like to use for all my hats. I think it's easier and faster, but you can do any brim. Okay, so here, now that we're joined, what I'm going to do is I'm going to chain 2, and into this same stitch where I just did my slip stitch, I'm going to make a half double crochet. To make a half double crochet, you yarn over, insert your hook, pull up a loop, close. Okay, again, yarn over, insert your hook into the next chain, pull up a loop, close. Okay, this is all we're going to do for this first row. 1 half double crochet for each chain that we have here. At the end of this first row, you should have a total of 75 half double crochets, not including these chains we have at the beginning. Continue like this all the way to the end. I will meet you here at the end to show you what we need to do next. Okay, I'm here at the end of this first row. I have a total of 75 half double crochets. To finish, I'm just going to join here where I have these 2 chains with a slip stitch. And here's our first row. Now for the second row, I'm going to chain 2 and I'm going to flip this over like this, so like this, and then into this first chain that we have here right there, I'm going to insert my hook and I'm going to make a slip stitch. Okay, so now I'm going to chain 1 and turn, and we're going to work front post half double crochets and back post half double crochets. So into this first half double crochet that we have here, not here, these are your chains, make a front post half double crochet. So yarn over, insert your hook, pull up a loop, and close. Into the next half double crochet, you're going to make a back post half double crochet. Into the next half double crochet, you're going to make a front post half double crochet. Into the next, a back post half double crochet. This is how you're going to alternate for this row by making 1 front post half double crochet and 1 back post half double crochet all around this second row. Okay, so continue like this. I will meet you here at the end to show you how we're going to finish this second row and then start on our third row. Okay, I'm here at the end of this second row. To finish, I'm just going to join here to the beginning where I have the first chain with a slip stitch. Now for the second row, we should have a total of 75 half double crochets. Okay, so for the third row, we're going to chain 1 and turn. Okay, so into this first half double crochet, we're going to work this into a back post half double crochet. The next one is a front post half double crochet, the next one a back post. So however way you see that these stitches are, whether they be back post or front post, that's how you're going to work them. So this first one is going to be a back post. The next one is a front post. A back post half double crochet and a front post half double crochet. You're going to continue like this all around. I will meet you here at the end to show you how we're going to finish this third row and then start on our fourth row. Okay, I'm here at the end of this third row. To finish, I'm just going to join here to the beginning with a slip stitch. And this is how I end the third row. Now for the fourth row, we're going to chain 1 and turn. Now this first half double crochet is a front post half double crochet, so we're going to work this into a front post half double crochet. The next one is a back post half double crochet, so we're going to do a back post half double crochet. So front post half double crochet and back post half double crochet. This is all we're going to do, which is the exact same thing we did on the previous 2 rows. So continue like this all around. I will meet you here at the end to show you how we're going to finish this fourth row and then start on our fifth row. Okay, I'm here at the end of the fourth row. To finish, I'm just going to join here to the beginning where I have this chain with a slip stitch, and this is how I finish my fourth row. Now for the fifth row, we're going to chain 1 and we're going to turn. Now we're going to do the same thing. This first half double crochet is a back post half double crochet, so we're going to work a back post half double crochet. Next one is a front post half double crochet, so we're going to make a front post half double crochet. Next one a back post. Next one a front post half double crochet. Continue like this all around. I will meet you here at the end to show you how we're going to finish this fifth row and then start on our sixth row. Okay, I'm here at the end of this fifth row. To finish this row, I'm just going to join here to the beginning with a slip stitch, and this is how I finish my fifth row. Now we're going to work one more row in the same way that we did the previous one, so chain 1 and turn. This first front post half double crochet, we're going to work the same thing, a front post half double crochet. The next one is a back post, so we're going to make a back post half double crochet. Next one is a front post. Next one is a back post half double crochet. So continue like this, making front post half double crochets and back post half double crochets all the way around. I will meet you here at the end to show you what we need to do next. Okay, I'm here at the end of the sixth row. To finish, I'm just going to join here to the beginning with a slip stitch, and this is how I finish this sixth row. Now you can continue making more rows if you like to make your brim a bit wider. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to leave it as it is. So to do the next row, we're going to chain 1, and into this space here where we just did the slip stitch, I'm going to insert my hook and make a single crochet. For this row, all we're going to do is make single crochets. So into each one of these half double crochets, we're going to make a single crochet. Okay, this is all we're going to do all around, making single crochets on each one of these half double crochets. So continue like this all the way around. I will meet you here at the end. At the end of this row, you should have the same number of stitches we've been having on each one of these rows, which is 75. So we should have 75 single crochets. I'll see you here to show you what we need to do next. Okay, I'm here at the end of this row of single crochets. To finish, I'm going to join here to the beginning where I have this first chain with a slip stitch, but this is where I'm going to change color. I'm going to use this yarn instead. I decided to use a darker color, so this one here is called the Rose Heather, and it's by the same brand. Okay, so I have a loop ready here, and I have my hook inserted here into this chain. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab this loop and I'm going to close this slip stitch with this new color. Okay, now the gray color is going to stay back there, and now with the new color I'm going to chain 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so the stitch that I'm going to use for this hat is the star stitch, which is this one here. This is stitch number 159, so I will leave the link up here for this tutorial if you'd like to watch that too. We're going to work this stitch in the round. In the tutorial I'll show you how to do it in rows. Okay, so here I have 3 chains, so into the second chain from the hook, 1, 2, I'm going to insert my hook, pull up a loop. Insert your hook into the third chain, which is this first chain here, and pull up a loop. We have 3 loops on our hook. We need to have a total of 6 loops on the hook before we can close it. So, and now into this space here, this is where we did the slip stitch. I'm going to grab a loop. We have 4 loops. Into the next 2 single crochets, I'm going to do the same thing. Go in and grab a loop, and into the next, grab a loop. Okay, so I have 2, 4, 6 loops on my hook. Now I'm going to close. Chain 1. Don't forget to chain 1. And here's our first star stitch. Now to make the next star stitch, you're going to go into the eye of your star stitch, which is this one here, right there. So pull up a loop. We have 2 loops. Now here to the side, go in, grab a loop, 3 loops, go down here to this stitch, grab a loop, and into the next 2 single crochets we're going to go in and grab a loop as well. We have 6 loops, close, chain 1. Okay, one more time. So go into the eye of your star stitch right here, right there, grab a loop, to the side right here, grab a loop, into this stitch down here, grab a loop, and into the next 2 single crochets, grab a loop. 6 loops, close, chain 1. Again, go into the eye of your star stitch, grab a loop, here to the side, grab a loop, down here, grab a loop, and into the next 2 single crochets, grab a loop. 6 loops, close. This is all we're going to do for this first row, since we're going to start counting our rows. So continue like this all around. I will meet you here at the end of the first row to show you how we're going to finish and then continue on to the second row. Okay, I'm here at the end. I'm about to make my last star stitch here at the end. So I'm going to insert my hook into these loops, 3, 4, 5, and 6 loops. If by chance you have an extra single crochet, you just go in and pull up another loop so that instead of having 6, you have 7. Okay, so in this case, I'm just going to close because I have the exact numbers that I need, and then chain 1. And now to finish this row, we're going to join here to the beginning, but to join, we're just going to go on top of the first star stitch right here. If you see the 2 little loops right there, not to the side where we have the chains, but on top. We're going to go in there and make a slip stitch, and this is how we finish the first row. Okay, and now that we're joined, we're going to chain 1 and turn. For this second row, what we're going to do is we're going to make 2 half double crochets inside each eye of your star. the eye is this little hole that's there on each one of your star stitch right there. Okay, so beginning here into this first one, 2 half double crochets, 1, 2. Okay, and then we're going to go to the next star stitch, so right in the middle, the little hole, that's where we're going to do 2 half double crochets. Again, for the next one right there, 2 half double crochets. This row is easy, so continue like this all around. I will meet you here at the end to show you what we need to do next. Okay, I'm here at the end. I just need to make my last 2 half double crochets here into this last star stitch. Okay, and here it is. This is done. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is we need to join to the beginning, but in order to do that, this is how you're going to join. You're going to put the yarn right in front of you like this, let go of your hook and turn. Okay, like this. Now I'm going to insert my hook right there into that stitch and pull this loop through the front like this. Now we're joined, and as you can see, it's a nice join. There's no gap. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to let go of this color and I'm going to grab the gray color here. So now with the gray, I'm going to pull a loop through and I'm going to pull this pink so that it closes back there, see? Okay, so now with this color gray, I'm going to make 3 chains. 1, 2, 3. Okay, and now here we're going to do the first part of our star stitch, this part here where we need to have 6 loops. So beginning into the second chain from the hook, insert your hook, pull up a loop, 2 loops on my hook. Into the third chain, insert your hook, pull up a loop, 3 loops on my hook. Now here we're going to pull this a little because we're going to insert our hook right here. This is the loop that we pull through on this side into this space here right in between the 2 half double crochets and where we joined. You're going to insert and pull up a loop. Now you're going to go into the next half double crochet, that's 5, and into the next half double crochet, that's 6 loops, and close, chain 1. Okay, and here's the first part of our this row of star stitches in this gray color. Okay, so now we're going to make our second star stitch. So insert your hook through the eye of your star stitch, pull up a loop, here to the side, pull up a loop, down here, pull up a loop, and into these next 2 half double crochets, pull up a loop. 6 loops on my hook, close, chain 1. Okay, again, insert your hook through the eye of your stitch, pull up a loop, here to the side, pull up a loop, down here, pull up a loop, that's 4, 5, 6, close, chain 1. This is all we're going to do, so continue like this all around. I will meet you here at the end to show you how we're going to finish this row and then start on our 4th row. Okay, I'm here at the end. I did my last star stitch here, and to complete this row I'm just going to join here to the top of this first star stitch with a slip stitch, and now we're joined, and this is what it looks like. Okay, so now we're going to do the second row of our star stitch. So we're going to chain 1 and turn. Okay, and inside each one of these little eyes or these little holes of each star stitch, we're going to make 2 half double crochets. So beginning here into this first little hole, we're going to make 2 half double crochets. 1, 2, into the next, 1, 2, into the next, 1 and 2. This is all you're going to do, so continue like this, making 2 half double crochets into each one of these little eyes of your star stitch. I will meet you here at the end to show you how we're going to finish this row, and then once again start on the first row of our star stitch. Okay, I'm here at the end. I finished making my last 2 half double crochets into this last space here, the star stitch. Now we need to join to the beginning, and remember, we're not going to join like this. Rather, we're going to let go of our hook, pull this loop, and then bring this yarn to the front like this and turn. Okay, now you're going to insert your hook into this first stitch right there, and then grab this loop and pull it through the front like this. Okay, now we're joined. Now I'm going to let go of the gray and grab the pink, and with the pink I'm going to grab a loop and I'm going to pull this gray so that it closes like that. And now I'm going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so to do the first part of our star stitch, into the second chain, go in and grab a loop. We have 2 loops. Into the third chain, go in and grab a loop. That's 3. And then here, remember, you're going to pull a little, because into this space between these 2 half double crochets and here where we just joined right there, you're going to make your 4th loop, and into these next 2, 5, and 6. 6 loops on my hook, close, chain 1. Okay, and there it is. Now we're going to go into the eye of our stitch, pull up a loop, here to the side, pull up a loop, down here, pull up a loop, and into the next 2 half double crochets, pull up a loop. 6 loops total on my hook, close, chain 1. Okay, and here's our second star stitch. Again, insert your hook through the eye of your stitch, pull up a loop, here to the side, pull up a loop, down here, pull up a loop, and into the next 2 half double crochets, pull up a loop. 6 loops, close, chain 1. Okay, so this is all we're going to do, so continue like this all around. I will meet you here again to show you once again how to complete this first row of our star stitch, and show you the second row of our star stitch. Okay, I'm here at the end of this first row of our star stitch pattern. To finish, I'm just going to go into the top of the first star stitch right here and make a slip stitch, and now we're joined. Now for the next row, the second row of our pattern stitch, we're going to chain 1 and turn, and inside each one of these little holes, we're going to make 2 half double crochets, beginning here into this first one. 1 and 2. That's 2 half double crochets. Okay, into the next, same thing, 2 half double crochets. 1, 2. Into the next, 1 and 2. This is how you're going to continue for this second row of our star stitch pattern. Continue all around. I will meet you here again to show you how to finish this second row of our stitch pattern. Okay, I'm here at the end. I finished making my 2 half double crochets into this last star stitch. So now again, this is how you're going to join for every second row of your stitch pattern. You're going to bring the yarn right in front of you. You're going to let go of this hook but pull this loop and turn like this. Okay, and now insert your hook here into this top stitch right there and pull this loop through like this, and now we're joined. Now we're going to let go of this color and grab the next color, the gray color in this case, and grab a loop and pull this color so that it closes back there. And now we're going to chain 3. 1, 2, 3. And this is how you're going to start your first row of your pattern stitch. Okay, so into the second chain, pull up a loop, into the third chain, pull up a loop. Now here you're going to pull a little, because here into this space between these 2 half double crochets right there, you're going to pull your loop. That's 4, and into the next 2 stitches, 5 and 6 and close. Chain 1. Okay, again, insert your hook through the eye of your stitch, pull up a loop, here to the side, here at the bottom, and into the next 2 half double crochets, pull 2 loops like this and close, chain 1. Now you're going to continue like this for the next 6 rows. So you're going to do just like this, 2, 4, 6. So 6 more rows, and then in total we're going to have 6 pattern rows. Okay, there's 1, 2, 3, so we need to do 3 more. Okay, I'm here at the end of this last row. In total we have 6 star stitch rows. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And remember that each star stitch consists of 2 rows, so in total really we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 rows. Okay, so now here to finish, same thing. I'm going to let go of my hook and I'm going to bring my yarn to the front like this and then turn. Insert my hook here at the end, grab this loop, and close. Okay, now I'm going to let go of the gray and grab the pink, pull a loop, and then pull this through the back, chain 3, 1, 2, 3. And now here what we're going to do is we're going to start reducing and shaping the crown of the hat. So the first star stitch we're going to make, this row here, the first row, we're going to make a normal star stitch. So into the second chain, insert your hook and pull up a loop. Into the third, pull up a loop. Open here a little and insert your hook and pull up a loop. That's 4, and into the next 2 stitches, 6. Okay, 6 loops and close. Chain 1. Okay, here's our first star stitch. Now for the next star stitch that we're going to do, we're going to make it with 8 loops, and to do that, same way, insert your hook here through the eye of your stitch, pull up a loop, to the side, pull up a loop, and down here pull up a loop. We have 4 loops, and into the next 4 stitches, 1, 2, 3, 4, we're going to pull 4 loops. 1, 2, 3, 4. So in total we have 8. 2, 4, 6, 8 loops, close, chain 1. Okay, now again, the next one we're going to do like we did the first one with 6 loops. So insert your hook through the eye of your stitch, pull up a loop, to the side, pull up a loop, here to the bottom, pull up a loop, and into the next 2, pull 2 loops. 6 loops, close, chain 1. This is how we're going to alternate between this row, in this row. So we're going to make a star stitch with 8 loops and then one with 6 loops. So the next one here that we're going to do is going to be an 8 loop star. So insert your hook through the little eye here, pull up a loop, to the side, pull up a loop. That's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Close, chain 1. Okay, this is all you're going to do for this row, so continue like this. Don't forget to alternate between making a 6 loop star and an 8 loop star all around. I will meet you here at the end to show you what we need to do next. Okay, I'm here at the end of this first row of reductions. One thing here, these last 2 star stitches, I made them with 8 loops instead of 6. If for any reason yours is 6, it's okay, just go ahead and make it with 6 loops. Okay, so now here I want to show you another way to close here without having to make a chain here. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, instead of making this chain, I'm going to go to the top of this first stitch right there, grab a loop, and then make a slip stitch. Okay, and this is how we close. That's another way to close, and as you can see, it's nice and closed. So there's another option in case you make another hat. Okay, so here what I'm going to do is I'm going to chain 1 and turn, and inside each one of these little eyes we're going to do the same thing. We're going to make 2 half double crochets. So beginning here into this first little hole, we're going to make 2 half double crochets. There's 1, 2. Then we go to the next little hole and you do the same thing, 2 half double crochets, 1, 2, and then move on to the next, same thing, 2 half double crochets. This row is pretty easy, so just continue along all around just like this, making 2 half double crochets inside each one of these little eyes of your stitch, and then I'll meet you here at the end to show you what we need to do next. Okay, I'm here at the end of this second row of our star pattern stitch. Now to finish this row, I'm going to take my hook off. I'm going to bring this yarn to the front and turn just like this. Now I'm going to insert my hook here on this end, right here through that stitch, and then pull this loop through this stitch right there. Now we're closed, and now I'm going to leave this color and grab the gray and grab a loop, pull this color from the back like this, and now chain 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, now this first star stitch that we're going to do, we're going to make it with 8 loops. So into the second chain, pull up a loop, into the third chain, pull up a loop, right here, right between the 2 half double crochets and these here on this other end, pull up a loop, and then we're going to grab loops from these next 4 stitches, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that's 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 loops, close, chain 1. Okay, so here's our first star stitch for this row. Okay, now we're going to make one more star stitch, and this next one we're going to make with 6 loops. So insert your hook through the eye of your stitch, grab a loop here from the side. That's 3, 4, and into the next 2, 5, 6, close, chain 1. Okay, the next one is going to be an 8 loop star stitch, so insert your hook through the eye of your stitch. That's 2 here on the side, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 loops on my hook, close, chain 1. This is how you're going to continue for this row. I will meet you here at the end to show you what we need to do next. Okay, I'm here at the end of this row. My last star stitch has 6 loops. If for any reason yours has 8, it's okay. Just close your this row here by going to the top of the first stitch here of this first star stitch, or you can chain 1 and then go to the top and make a slip stitch. Okay, I kind of like to do it where I don't do the chain. Instead, I go to the top here, grab a loop, and then pull through so that it's closed, just like this. Okay, now for the next row, we're going to chain 1 and turn. And this row is easy because all we're going to do is 2 half double crochet inside each one of these little eyes of each star stitch. Okay, 1, and into the next, 2 half double crochets. Continue like this all around. I will meet you here at the end to show you what we need to do next. Okay, I'm here at the end of this last row that I just did. As it is from here to here, it measures about 22 centimeters or about 9 inches. Okay, one thing here, I'm going to make one more row of reductions since I plan to wear this hat with the brim folded like this. Okay, if you don't want to do that, then don't do these next rows that I'm going to do. Just skip to the part where I show you how to close the top of the hat. Okay, so if you want to continue, this is what we need to do. So here, this is the last stitch here. Remember, we were working from this side here, and then we put the yarn in front here, and then we turn and insert our hook here through the side and bring this loop through the front. like this. Then let go of the gray, grab the pink, make a loop or a chain, and then pull, and then make 3 chains. 1, 2, 3. Okay, now this first star stitch we're going to make it with 6 loops. So into the second chain, grab a loop, into the third, grab a loop, here in the middle, right in the side, grab a loop, and into the next 2 stitches, grab a loop. 6 loops, close, chain 1. Okay, the next one that we're going to do is going to be with 8 loops. So insert your hook here through the eye of your stitch on the side here, down, that's 4, and into the next 4 stitches, 5, 6, 7, 8 loops, close, chain 1. The next one is going to be a 6 loop star, so you're going to alternate between a 6 and an 8 loop star stitch. Continue like this all around. I will meet you here at the end to show you what we need to do next. Okay, I'm here at the end. To close this last stitch, I'm just going to go to the top of the first one, grab a loop, and close, and pull this a little, and then I'm going to make a knot here at the top like this, because now what we're going to do is we're going to close the top. I've already cut my yarn. I think I left about 20 inches or so, and then I'm going to turn this over to the wrong side. Okay, so now I cut my gray color as well. Just going to pass this through my plastic needle, and I'm just going to weave this all around every other stitch, beginning here. Okay, I'm here at the end. I'm just going to pull this yarn and close the top, and then with this loop I'm just going to tie just like this, and then turn it over, hide my ends, and here's my hat. Okay, this is the back. As you can see, these are the joins, and this is the front. Okay, I'm going to wear mine like this with the brim folded over, and I'm going to put a pom-pom on mine. I'm going to use these faux fur pom-poms that I got from Amazon. That's the number in case you want to order them. I think they're great. They're nice and big and nice and fluffy, and you can just fluff them with a hairdryer because sometimes they're not as fluffy. I'm just going to attach it here, and then I'll come back and I will show you what it looks like with my pom-pom on. Okay, so here's my finished hat. This is what it looks like with the pom-pom on. You can leave it out, and there it is, and here's the back. Okay, so this has been today's tutorial. I hope you like it. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time.